How's it going, everyone, and welcome to the Outlast 2 Messiah Run tutorial. So if you're unsure on what this is, it's basically getting through the game on the hardest difficulty without dying. There are no checkpoints in this mode, which means if you die, the game completely restarts, and without reloading the camera battery, which is pretty damn difficult because you do need the night vision through most of the run. This is a pretty solid run though, it's about 2 hours 16 minutes. I did my best to explain everything I'm doing throughout the run. If there's anything you're having trouble with in particular, feel free to post a comment. I'll take a look from time to time and try to help you guys out. Much love for checking out the video, guys. If you're looking to pick this game or other digital products up cheap, you might want to check out g2a.com. Links are in the description for that. Let's get this going.
Please, Blake. Where are you? I'm scared. He's coming. He's here! No! Get away!
Jesus, Blake, are you really sleeping?
I'm awake.
You should have slept last night.
Well, I had to get that hospital footage organized.
You were calling out some other woman's name.
What?
In your sleep. Jessica, I think. You know a Jessica?
Oh, no. I mean, I was dreaming about Jessica Gray from when we were kids.
Oh, yeah. I haven't thought about her in ages.
Hey, we're crossing into reservation land now. You said I'm looking for some sort of factory?
Yeah,
We can look, but there's nothing out here.
it does look pretty empty.
All the mercury in that woman's blood, she had to have spent at least a decade downstream from some pretty heavy industry.
If you say so, man, you bought the time.
We should record an intro while we're up here. Production value?
Sure.
Can't work my diaphragm with this thing on.
Audio's gonna be crap. We'll have to... Whoa! What the fuck?
Fuck. Sorry about that. Left panel's a little soft, but well, we're good.
That was exciting. Get as much of the landscape behind me as you can. You got me?
Yeah, we're good.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Have a soup pie, have a soup pie. Okay. I'm Lynn Langerman, here for newstomorrow.net. We're flying past the Havasupai Indian Reservation in central Arizona in search of the origins of murder victim
Hey, Lynn,
Jane Doe.
I don't think you should say murdered. We don't know that.
Oh, I'll say she strangled herself to death.
It's what the police report says.
We may play this before the doctor interviews. If this falls in the first 30, we need to get the word murder in there. We should probably mention the fetus, too. I mean, how it just... Here, let me try a version that can serve as an intro for the whole piece. Tell me when we're good.
Okay, we're good.
2 weeks ago, a young woman was found wandering, barefoot, pregnant, and alone on a barren stretch of highway 100 miles from the nearest... Oh!
We lost the engine. Fuck. Fuck. I feel the torpedo going down. Mayday, 1,000 feet. 800, 500, 300, 200, 100.
Okay, so we just got to follow around this hallway. It always gets a little bit laggy in this hallway. The rest of the game is fine, but this hallway, for some reason, tends to skip for me. I guess it's Father Pedo McGee's presence janking up my game. Oh, we hate him. We hate him so much. Anyway, we just need to walk straight forward to the end of the corridor and turn around and get blasted by Jessica's blood in the face. It's a bit creepy. But the speedrun time doesn't actually start till after this scene, so if you're looking to do a speedrun, you don't have to include this stuff. But I will, just so we can see it all. The full game is here. You have to do it in the Messiah run, so... that's why it stays. Also going to do my best to not use glitches throughout this run. I'm pretty sure I used one really simple one at the beginning, but it wasn't really anything that you have to do. It was more of an accident, to be honest. It's just me being stupid, but there are a lot of glitches within this that you can do to really save some time, but I'm not going to use any of those just because they're really risky. I'm not going to do anything risky at all, really. just for the tutorial purpose. So we want to head off to the left at the beginning and down the steps.
Fuck.
And yeah, you can also, well, if you do want to use glitches, you can run across the ledges and use the look back mechanic to sort of just run across the ledge without having to do this sort of shimmy thing that I'm doing here. But again, I'm not going to use any of that stuff. It can be risky because you can fall off, basically, but can save you a lot of time in some areas, but we'll play it safe, nice and safe. So around the right of the helicopter just here, and we'll let Blake have his panic attack before I explain some stuff.
No, there's no bodies. She's not in here. Lynn! Oh, fuck me! Fuck! That did not happen in the crash. Fuck this.
So if you're struggling to get through this first area, because I know it looks very dark there, you can use night vision, or also you can just look up and you can follow the skyline if you like. But you have hold up again. More panic attack. You have 100% battery up until the point you reach the crucifixion area, and Nick and Laird take your camera away. And no matter how much battery you've got at that point, 100% or 0, you always get the camera back with 60% in it. So you can be quite wasteful in these first kind of areas. I'm not, I'm just because I kind of know it, I'm running through, but this area is pretty scripted and easy anyway. You're not really in any danger here. But yeah, if you're struggling to see, you can waste a bit of battery up until you reach that point. Which is kind of useful. I didn't know that the first time I was doing this. I like to use some here because it's kind of hard to see, but you can follow the archways and just look for the light in the distance if you're trying to do this without the night vision. But what's the point? I still like to practice that technique of like flashing the camera on and flashing it off. Also to regen stamina and not have to stop. You can sort of stop for a second and then walk without sprinting and stop for a second. We like to call it the recover walk.
God.
Saves you having to wait around for longer periods of time. I know you can't really see it there, but if you sort of head straight, you head upstairs and you end up outside here by the fence where you go towards Marta. So underneath the fence, make sure you've recovered your stamina before you start sprinting at the end here. I like to start sprinting when I reach this rock that's just after this tree on my right now, this rock here. So you can use that little recover walk technique to make sure you get your stamina back by you reach that point, and then just start sprinting. Stick to the right here, and she shouldn't get anywhere near you. Run around this pile of crap there and under the fence. And you're good. We're going to hop over this fence, and the next fence, pull out the box, and you can just pull it out a little bit and jump up to the ledge that's above you. And then we're going to go underneath this beam. I missed the slide there. I think I got caught on something. Never mind. So we're going to fall through the floor here. And a bit of a Scooby-Doo Jinkies moment. Can't see a thing without my glasses. And we're going to turn around and just leave. We're not going to look at Marta. Still get scared though, even though we're not looking at her. Blake has eyes in the back of his head. So to the right, out of that window, and into this window. If you've turned tutorials off, you won't get stopped about the microphone here, so you might want to do that. But straight out the door and to the right, straight towards this house and around it. If you do that quickly, you won't get spotted until that point. And you just want to give that guy a wide berth, and you should be good to get to here. And you're safe from here. So when it lets us, we're going to just head straight, keep sprinting.
What was that?
And towards the church. So I think I used the skip key animation or something like that here. It's the only glitch I used throughout the whole run, which was stupid. It's a very easy glitch to do, but it's not risky at all, and you don't really have to do it. It just saves it like a couple of seconds. I really don't know why I did it. I'm pretty sure if I didn't do this glitch, it would be a glitchless run. It's stupid. Never mind. To the left, and we're going to go to the left, sharp left again, and then right here to grab the key at the end. And we're going to go into this room to the left and underneath this box here to get grabbed by Syphilis Man 1. There's about 4 syphilis grabs throughout the game. So yeah, I ended up just opening that with the glitch. Stupid. The one glitch that made it in. And this area is pretty scripted. But if you want to do that anyway, you just need to, I think it's press crouch and X at the same time. So it's like crouch and open at the same time. It's pretty easy, you just have to do it really quick. So through the window at the left to get to Lynn. Kind of a boring area coming up.
Oh God, Blake.
Are you okay?
No.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Oh shit. We have to run.
So let's just follow after Lynn. Another cutscene.
Lynn, where are we going?
Away from here. Anywhere but here.
Okay, so in a second, Blake's going to pull up the camera with the night vision on if you want to turn it off. That is up to you. He obviously thinks this is something he needs to document. His girlfriend's just been sexually assaulted.
Oh God.
Better whip out the camera.
My stomach. It hurts. Something's wrong. Fuck.
You're a wrong gun, Blake. It's coming. But yeah, if you're trying to manage for some reason here, if you're not wanting to waste, you can just turn it off quickly.
I have to stop. I need... Oh God.
Jesus Christ, Lynn. What's happening here?
I thought you were dead. When you fell, I thought we were all dead.
It's okay. I'm here. We're gonna get out of here, okay?
God,
What did they do to you?
I can't talk about it. Please don't ask me. They're coming. They're coming.
Poor Lynn. And Blake, the wrong gun, whips out the camera. Fuck's sake, Blake. Just an instant way to piss off the missus. And any woman in the real world. We'll be smacking the shit out of you right about now. But yeah, we just kind of need to keep moving forward.
I don't know. He's insane. They're all fucking insane. Please, Blake, I just want to get out of here.
What the fuck is going on?
I can't. Not now. Let's just get away from this place. Please.
Okay.
And you know what the great thing about this being a pre-recorded tutorial? I can skip Val licking my face with a fucking genital ward on her cheek.
Stay back!
We'll be gentle.
I swear to fucking Christ, the first person who touches me loses their eyes. God, no!
God.
No!
God wants the child. God wants the child.
Get off me! Get off me!
God wants
Lynn! Lynn! No, you...
No! No!
You motherfuckers!
No!
Get off me! You leave her alone! Leave her alone! Lynn! Lynn! Fuck you!
I've watched my father fuck your god to death.
Blake! Blake!
Hush.
Lynn, no! Wait! No, wait! Don't!
There you go.
No! No! Oh! For fuck's sake! Shit!
Take her home. I want to share my love with the father.
Motherfucker!
God doesn't love you. Not like I do. Yes, my love. Ah. We have, Mother. I think I'll see you again.
Oh shit! Lynn!
Wahaha! Fuck you, Val. Okay, so I'm gonna sprint here. It's a bit wobbly. Blake recovery. He's obviously been binging again.
Jesus God! Fuck were they?
So if you want to use some night vision there, feel free. But you just want to stick to the right to land. Run along here, and you should be able to go straight past that guy, jump across the rock, and this way, follow the wooden platforms through this door. When you get to here, you're safe, so don't worry about that area too much. Just keep moving and you should be fine. As soon as you come into here, you want to run forward and use the light to your advantage so you can get to the door, so you don't really have to use your camera, and pick up this picture on the desk, put it back down. This will make this door at the back open, and we're going to sprint down this hallway. We'll have our second experience with the creep. If you duck behind that locker there, you can stop him from pushing you back, which is kind of useful. So if you go out the third door from the right there and just keep running forward, or the second one from the left, you should end up at the gate just running straight forward. And we're going to fall through the floor and end up with Ethan. Again, I'm going to skip this shit because he's pretty much just talking shit the whole time.
You're him, ain't you? The outsider. No, so they killed you, didn't they? No. Not yet. But they'll do it if they find you out here. Come on. Who are you? My name's Ethan.
But I mean, are you one of them? And which side are you on?
You mean, why ain't I trying to kill you? I've been unborn. Seen too much to keep the faith.
But you're not one of those other ones. The heretics.
Didn't say squat when my wife got skull. Had to get cast out. Didn't complain when nah. Pressed himself on my Anna Lee. And she not but 15.
I'm sorry.
But when he said my grandson, baby he'd put in her, was my the Antichrist, and I had to slit her belly and kill the child. I gave her a chance to run. Spun them idiots some stories. I've been gifted with talk my whole life. You probably noticed.
Jane Doe.
Sorry?
Your daughter. She was 8 months pregnant. Blonde hair, cut like a boy's.
Yeah. What do you know? You seen her?
It's why we came here.
Is she all right? Please, Mister, just tell me she's okay.
She's fine.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. And God bless you. Come on. Get you inside. Whoa, hey there. You really busted your head open, didn't you?
I'll be okay.
I should head down the roof, sir. Got a bed down there. You can hide till you're fixed up.
So pretty straightforward. Into the basement, to the bed. Bandages.
Rest up and heal. Ethan's gonna treat you right.
And now we have to witness Ethan dying.
Please, Blake. Where are you? I'm scared. He's coming. He's here! No! Get away!
I ain't hiding nothing.
Righteousness cannot pass in blood by loins, but the blood of your heart.
I can't Papa's gospel. I copied him 100 times. If I knew where the outsider was...
Prophet don't need your help in finding the devil's whore and interrupt me. Not questions even now other heretics at chapel. God will guide.
I ain't a heretic.
You sinned when you denied the prophet, your daughter. You sinned since to deny.
Please just let me talk to now.
Nowhere the outsider is. His seed begat the enemy. God and the prophet both want.
Just let me talk to you. I can explain.
God don't hear dead men. Be still. Take your penance. God loves you. God loves you. Dynamite's the devil.
Poor Ethan. So mash there so that we can get out. Jump out the sides, and we're going to head straight out the door and straight through the gate that's ahead of us, to the left a little bit, and we need to get down to the water. It's just this way. I got caught there for a second. So hopping into the water and around here. Swim around all of this stuff, and we're just going to get to the other side. We're going to be out of stamina when we jump out, and we'll need to do that recover walk for a second. You want to make sure before you enter the cornfield in a minute that you've got stamina, because you will need to sprint if you want to get through this quickly. So just chill here. Do that little recover walk technique, that's very helpful. And I like to sprint across this bridge and then stop a little way into the next area just to recover a bit more, just to make sure I've got enough to sprint all the way through this. But basically you don't want to pass the hay bales that are on your left before having your stamina. You won't be able to, well, I think that triggers everything, so you'll need to make sure you've recovered before about there, before that scream goes off and stuff. But slide under the fence and just follow the path pretty much. Don't even go into the fields around here to the right, and then if you stick to the left you can completely avoid this guy, head up the pallets and just escape. Even if they spot you, usually you'll get over without getting hit, so it's a pretty easy run through that. Straight past this guy, he's no danger to you, and you'll probably run out of stamina pretty soon. Try and recover up a little bit, and we need to come all the way around here and to this door, crank it open about that far, that'll do. And so you can see, I'll flash the night vision here, but you want to get underneath this truck in this room quickly. Don't fuck about and go exploring, because these guys enter the room and they will spot you and kill you. So underneath this truck, and we're going to wait for the one guy to walk past us. And there's another guy straight ahead of us right now. And he goes into the door that's sort of to our right at the moment, but we need this guy that's sort of closer to us to walk past us. So when he goes past, we've got an opportunity to move across the room, so avoid that glass that's on the floor. And we're going to get underneath this desk here. And then crawl, when you get against the wall, crawl backwards just so that you're fully tucked in. Sometimes this guy that's roaming the room right now will flick his flashlight around and see you, whereas if you do that, he shouldn't. So you're going to wait here for about 10-15 seconds or so, and the one guy will leave the room, and the other guy will circulate so that you can come through here, and so you can stand up now and go for the box. And you should do that without being spotted. Sometimes you do get spotted, but if you just go for it at this point, you should be alright even if they do spot you. So keep moving, jumping up here, and then we're going to go through this. Did I use the glitch here? Oh no, I didn't. I think I gave up. I was going to, out of force of habit, but I did it normally. Squeezing through there. There's a slight time save there, but it's really negligible. Yep, nobody likes to see that. So we'll straight out of here and we'll get knocked down into the pile of dead bodies, which is always a great time. Lovely. Okay. So we're going to head forward here and follow this fence around to the left. Past the statue of Mary, which is not bleeding out of its ass. I have to mention that every time I pass it, for the South Park reference. We checked. So now that we get to here, we'll get this little flashback. And we're going to jump over this shit just about here. That wasn't too slow for once. I'm going to come to the left once we get down here. Jump up this cliff edge if it'll let me. There we go, it's mega slow, but never mind. And we're going across this ledge. Again, you can use that look back glitch to run across this ledge if you want to, but we're taking it slow. Very, very safe. Slow and steady. One little mess up in this run can really screw you over, and it took me many attempts to get it right. It kept like really fucking me up, man. It kept like glitching me through the map and stuff later into it, so I'd die. There were invisible walls that were blocking us at certain times. It got very, very annoying, but we're going to navigate through that little cave. Once you pass through that second hole, just keep moving forward. You'll end up in here, and then you'll need to come down, spin round, and jump over this right here. So heading up. Again, this stuff is very self-explanatory, really. And we'll just do a little recover walk here because we're running low on stamina. I think we're good to get moving now. Let's go. And we're going to follow this cavern round to the right. You might need a little bit of night vision just to make sure you're heading in the right direction because it is pitch black in this area. And when you get to here, you should hear Jessica talking, and it's pretty straightforward to get through this bit. Straight past her, to the end here, and squeeze through the gap that's on your left once you reach about here. And we're going to run across this ledge quickly. You can just jump down there if you're willing to take damage, but I'm going to try and reduce damage to a minimum for this run, or I did anyway. So we can drop down about here onto this area and then down to there without even stumbling. Happy days. Straight down the slope there to get to the bottom, and we're going to head through here to the right and under the stairs, and want to go straight into this room to the right and right again through this door, unlock it. And you might need some night vision to get through this room because it is a wee bit dark. Straight all the way around up the opposite stairs that are pretty much on top, and then you should be able to see again. We're going to push this thing out of the way and straight out the door. Make sure before you start running in this next area that you've got full stamina, because you will need it. If you're running low before you reach the end, you can get screwed. So we're going to keep running here to the left, past the crazy lady, and to the left again. Keep following the path round all the way up here. And you need to be sprinting all the way through this because of that guy. You don't want him to see you. Slide about here so that you can duck behind the window or underneath this truck, so neither of the guys to the left or this guy in front of you will not see you. We're going to wait for him to move around the truck, and then we're going to go towards the stairs, so you can actually stand up and go for it when you reach the stairs. There we go. All the way around here, up the extra set of stairs, and to the left, through here. Crank the generator.
If I can find my way back to the
and then another crazy lady will appear behind us. You usually have to wait for her to get out of the way so you can go back down the stairs, but you can just jump over the tyres here and end up on the stairs below you. If you want to use some night vision for that, feel free. So we're going to go and deal with the next Martha experience here. Follow the path round, straight down to the bottom. You're going to want to stop around here somewhere so that you can get some stamina back, because you're going to need to run for it in a sec. So just do that little recover walk until she shows up, which is about here. And then we're going to come back up to this point and just wait to see which direction she comes from. If she comes left, go right. If she comes right, go left. She came left there, so I started moving right. Just look out for her starting to sprint towards you, and you can see she gets pretty close. We're going to keep going to the right here and back to the elevator. Crank that. It's a pretty safe way to do that.
I will be ravenous.
Fuck you, Marta. We don't like you. So now that that's done, slide under the gate here and to the left, and we're going to make our way to the well at the end of this area for another shitty school experience. There we go. And you're going to want to crawl towards the fan here and move to your right when you get to the end. And I'll show you with the night vision just so that you do know where you're going. You can do this area without night vision, but it is much easier if you use it. To the left at the end there, and to the left once more here, and we'll end up in the classroom. There we go. Crawl out of the vent of creepiness, and towards the wall, to the right, through this door on your left. And again, slap that night vision on just so you can see through here until you get the little music box you need to crank. There we go. And then once you've cranked this, you'll want to turn around and head back the way you came. Use that night vision. Listen out for a door closing, and the I think Father McDouchebag laughs as well, and that'll let you know you're going the right way. Through to the classroom you see Jessica run into. Follow her to the right and you'll see her hanging at the end, which is always pleasant. Through this door, and this will start the chase. So once you hit the bottom, stand your ass up. This run is pretty scripted. We're going to head for this door though. Straight ahead a little bit to the left. To get through here, jumping over this table to the right and to these double doors at the back of this area. Be mindful of the stuff in the middle of this room. Just head to the left a little bit so you don't run into it. Slide about there so that you can make it into this tunnel with a little bit of extra speed. If you run straight into that room, you might end up running into the table in the middle, so just try to give it a wide bearing or use your night vision so you can see where you're going. Once you get into these crawl spaces, you can just pretty much hold forward and it's all done for you, so you don't really need night vision or anything. You'll know you're approaching the end of this area because the guy behind you's flashlight will light the area in front of you so you can see where you're going. To the left at the end of there, and we're going to head for that door. You can see the light flashing on top of over there, and to the left. Don't even need to close the door or anything, and you'll end up through here. So spin around here, and we're going to head to the other side of this room and duck under the bed in the corner. You can just wait next to the door and sprint past him when he comes in, but this is a much safer way to do this. He will not spot you at all doing this. So when he walks away a little bit, come out from under the bed and crawl through the doorway. Don't stand up until you reach this dead body. Sometimes if you stand up he hears your footsteps, so just be careful there. Come over to the back of this banister, jump over it so that you're hanging, drop down, and then whip out your camera with a little bit of night vision so you can get under this bed, and then a guy will come through the door in front of you. If you've done that successfully and relatively fast, you should get under the bed with plenty of time to avoid this guy. So we'll wait for him to walk away. He goes up the stairs, we just jump down, come out from under the bed, and we're going to go for the door. Now, no matter what you do, these guys will spot you here, so you might as well just go for it and push this thing out of the way. Give it a few seconds of pushing and giggity, and then we're going to head to the left and run away. When you get down here, these guys will leave you alone, so whip out the camera so you can see where you're going and follow this tunnel around to end up here. And we've got another one of these bookcase things to push out of the way. And then once that's done, to the left through here, and we're going to head around the ledge to the edge of this room, just on the right as you enter. You can use that look back glitch I talked about a little bit to run across this ledge so fast. You literally get it done in a couple of seconds, and it takes forever, or what feels like forever, doing it this way, but it is very safe. I wanted to make a safe run for you guys for the tutorial, just so it's easier to understand. And we also got through it very fast, which is good. So at the end of here, we want to go left and straight forward, left again, up these stairs, to the right as soon as you reach the top of the stairs, up some more stairs. We might need some night vision here, but also before you go through this door, make sure you've recovered some stamina. So just wait for Blake to stop panting away, and you might need night vision to get through here. Open the door towards the window that's in front of you, to the left again, up these stairs, sharp left here, and then at the end of here, sharp right, and slide under this. And night vision can come off. If you haven't waited for stamina, wait on that balcony for a minute for stamina, and then jump off. You can get away with that. But follow around straight over that fence, to the left, down here, and into this hole, under the house. And again, this is another area you can just hold forward to get through. Very simple. Okay, we should have the pitchfork in a second. Pitchfork of doom. Here it comes, I think. We are close. There it is. Okay, I think it actually hit me in the face. Like I actually headbutted it for a sec. Anyway, so when you get out here, you want to go for the window that's straight ahead of you. and jump through there, look straight down and smash the floor 3 times. There we go. Once you've done that, you just want to go into prone. So hold B and start, go. I think I got caught on some stuff there. I was definitely caught on something. But yeah, crawl through here, and once you get to the end, you'll want to jump up and head to your right. And yeah, once you've done that, you'll want to head for this little window, and that should calm down the chase for a minute. You can explore a little if you want to. We're going to head through this door though. I'm not exploring, we're just getting on with this. To the right again, through this corridor. You may need night vision here because it's quite dark, but there's a door to the right as you get to the top of those stairs, which will bring you into here. Through this room, to the back, to get to this door, and then we're going to head in and to the right to get up these stairs. And right again, left when you get to about here to go out of this window. And now we've got another martyr experience. If you take some damage there, heal up. And if you haven't got any bandages, I'll show you where to grab some before we do this next bit. So quickly push the cart towards the fence. And there's Marto. We hate it so much, so that we don't have to push it all the way, but most of the way. Now that we're done, past Crazy Lady, and to the left, up here. And to the left into here. To grab the bandages if you haven't got any. Make sure you've got full health for doing this bit, otherwise you'll end up screwing yourself over. So we're going to push the cart as far as we possibly can. You'll know, well, Blake lets go as soon as you hit Marta with it, so just keep pushing it and keep pushing it until she screams. It's giggity. And we're going to go to the left underneath the fence here and wait for her to go past. Sometimes she stops, sometimes she doesn't, but you need to go pretty much as soon as she goes past. Come back out, push the cart. And if you get lucky and get the fast experience here, she'll come through the fence to your right, but she won't scream at you. When she screams at you, that means she's chasing at you, so you can get away with just going straight for the fence. When you hear a scream when you get close, you need to let go of the cart and go for it. There's a couple of things that can happen there. If you fall off the edge of the cart, don't make the jump. You can just circle around the cart and run away from her. If she gets through a little earlier and you hear a scream, you need to run away and go back the way you came. And then she should come through the fence to your left, which will allow you to go back and get to the cart to open it. But that is a pretty easy experience. If you practice it, that quick method is very, very, very useful. When Blake starts talking here, we're just going to go into the confessional booth. It's hard to explain this stuff fast sometimes. But yeah, big cutscene incoming, so I will skip all of this to make sure if you want to watch, you're in the confessional to Blake's left if you're facing them. But yeah, cutscene.
If you kill me, he won't have reason to hurt her. Please.
We found her, trying to flee amongst the skull, not the actions of a woman unburdened by an immaculate conscience.
Mary? Oh, God.
Answer your yoke mate, honey. He can't see you.
It's me, Josiah. Please, tell him I don't...
Let her go. Oh, God, Mary, I'm sorry. I didn't want...
God hates vanity. So do I. The outsider woman has this world's destruction in her womb. But Val and his apostates stole away the unborn enemy. The fiend's father has escaped. She will bear her filthy yield before dawn. We have only these few hours to find her and kill her and save this paradise from hell everlasting. Where is she? Where did Val take her?
I can't.
This is for you, Josiah. Make the woman scream. Where's the woman? The womb that harbors the Antichrist.
Strengthen the rebellious angel. I have no fear. Strength. Enemy of my enemy. Enemy of my enemy.
Tells you I am to make it stop. God ain't got ears for simple.
Stop! Oh, God, please!
Where is the woman? Where did Bell take her?
Stop! Stop! Tell you! I'm sorry, Mary. I'm so sorry.
Where is the woman?
The mines! Up the mountain! Val has her in the mines! You'll never get her back! Not before the birth!
We are the hands of the Lord. We cannot fail.
The world dies screaming!
Thank you, Joel. That's American. Give the woman
Okay, so once all of that's done, you want to wait for Blake to start talking so that you can go. And this guy disappears into nowhere if you keep an eye on him, which we might see right here. There we go. So when you hear Blake say something about the mines, you can leave. There we go. So to the left, and we're going to head straight for the way we came in. And just keep running, keep sprinting forward down the steps. Stick to your left, and just keep sprinting forward. Because these guys are right behind you in a second when you get to this door. So, yeah, this is what lets them catch you, the fact that you've got to open this fucking door. So, get here quick, pull it open, and head to your left when you get into here. You might need night vision to see around this corner, but you're going to head sharp right through this sort of screen door, and then we're good to see with our eyes for once. Straight up the stairs, to the right, and to the left when you get up here. There's a little jump here, so clench it up for it. There we go. And we're going to go over this to the left when we get down and through this crack in the fence that will take us to the dead baby house, which is never a nice place to be. But yeah, there's a battery on the side there if for some reason you're doing this just for Insane. Maybe you don't need the Messiah. Also, if you haven't got bandages, there'll be a bandage on your right there. But because I have them, it's not there, I'm pretty sure. So try and recover your stamina by this point. Jump out of this window and head forward. Stick to your left with the fence to get to the correct place you're going to, and also to make sure you don't get spotted. If you stick to the left and just walk through the majority of it, you'll get through it without being spotted. I like to sprint a little and then stop and start walking just so I can recover, because there's a little sprint you've got to do at the end. So try not to rinse out all of your stamina coming through the cornfield, is my advice. So once you've done that, get your ass sprinting towards the end of this area. There's a door we've got to charge through. It's just here. And we're going to close the door and lock it as well, because the guys that bust into this area have to break down that door if you lock it, which makes it a lot easier for you. I don't think you have to do that, but also it lets you know if you're being chased from the previous area, as those guys will have to bust down the door. So just to be safe, I'd advise doing that. So we're going to head through here and up these stairs to our left, which you can barely see in the dark, but to the right up here where you have to use the crank. So once you're done cranking this, you're going to run back down the stairs and jump over the banister on the sort of first level, so that you can run to the door and just escape straight away. So down here to your left, jumping over this banister railing thing, and to the right through the door we came in through, and we're just going to go under here. And you should hear them trying to bust through the door right now. It just buys us loads of time. They've only just got through. So through this door to the left, and we're going to head for this gap in the fence just here for another martyr experience. Yay! I'm not sure if I did the cheeky martyr version here, or I did... don't know, I'm not sure. I think I might have done the safe way. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure if I just ran for her or not. No, so yeah, the safe way is probably the better choice for this run anyway. So when you hear her start talking, run back this way and head through the crack here, and just go ahead and check the gate that you need to exit through. Blake will mention how he needs to get the gate open, and when you go back, Marta won't be there, so it just makes it completely safe. There's no chance of getting chased or spotted when you go through the next area. You can also do it a lot faster by just sprinting down here and running around the barricade that was on, like, straight ahead of me on the left just before you enter this area, but it's a little risky. She can grab you whilst doing that, so if you're looking for the safe run, just do what I just did. Through the crack there, and we're going to head round to the meat house to go and get the hook. It's always a pleasant experience. It smells lovely in here. If there's one thing, two things I hate the smell of, it's fish and raw meat. You know that meat smell, like the smell of a butcher's? I hate the smell of a butcher's, man. It makes me feel sick. I imagine this would just smell like a summer day butcher's or something. Meat that's been left in the sun for a week. It just can't. No. So back around the way we came in, to the door which Martha closes on us, which is just totally rude, mate. I don't appreciate that. So heading back this way to the crack we squeezed through. Plenty of giggities coming on today, squeezing through cracks left, right and centre. So this way, make sure you recharge a little bit of stamina before you go sprinting ahead in a second, because Martha's going to bust out of the door and you want to make sure you can just sprint past her and head to the area we need to escape through. So about here you can start sprinting, you'll hear her start busting through the door, run straight past that bitch and head towards this door so we can just go for the exit. And we will slap our hook into place and quickly go and yank the chain a couple of times. Sprint for the exit. Sorted. Kick to the face. That's right, and once we get away from her, we're going to go to the right here. And we've got another shitty school experience coming up with. They just get worse and worse, don't they? Okay. So, keep following the path around. You may want to recharge a little bit of stamina before you enter the school. I think I just ended up walking up the stairs just because you've got to sprint through this next area. Well, you don't have to be quick, but if you consistently sprint, you will have run out by the time you get to the school. So dropping into the school, going left through these doors. You may want some night vision for this. I always get a little bit of lag in this corridor as well, tiny little bit. Picking up this transparency, putting it back down, heading out the door we came through to the right, straight down the corridor, busting open this door, and you can sort of see the glint of the doorway in the distance that we need to go to. Through here, to the left, we're going to slap the transparency into place. Okay. And then we need to drag the projector to the left and push it all the way down this aisle so it gets into place for the hangman slide or whatever it is. There we go, unforgivable. And now we're going to leave through the way we came in, and to the left when we get out the door, straight down. And when you get back into the area we came through, we're going to go to the right. You just run into that door, you don't need to press anything. So in this area you just want to run all the way to the end of the corridor where the exit sign is, and you can't do anything with that door, so run all the way back to the other side. You've got to wait around this area for a minute, so I like to walk down towards the door we just came through. But basically you want to check this door and see that it's locked. All the lockers are flapping about the place next to us at the moment. So that door is locked, and now we need to go back down towards the exit. And you're just waiting it out for the lockers to stop doing their thing, really. But come down to this end before you use some night vision to trigger the demon, because you'll get thrown up towards the door, whereas if you're at the other side, you'll get thrown away from the door, which is not good. Jump scare warning, by the way. I know that was a little late, sorry. But yeah, you'll be right next to the door you've got to go through, which is just here. You can also just hang around not using your night vision. Eventually the demon will hit you and you'll be good to go. But it does take a lot longer to do that, so I like to use a little bit there. Okay, so putting that against the cabinet there, we're going to jump up into the vent and just keep moving straight forward. You don't really need night vision for this. It will flick on in a second when you get grabbed by the pedo tongue, which is incoming. Gross. So, back into... well, I'd say this is Normalsville, but it's not very normal. I left my night vision on there, which was... I'd say stupid, but to be fair, it doesn't really matter, because we're getting to the point where we get crucified anyway. It's coming up shortly, so... We've got plenty of battery to get through the next section. Shimmying along this ledge, and we're going to head to the broken bridge that's ahead of us. What's really stupid about this bit is if you fall off, you die, but you fall off it anyway to continue, so it's just kind of stupid. Running along this beam, and you can just jump these gaps, and even if you don't quite make the jump, Blake will grab the ledge and pull himself up, so it's quite an easy area to do those jumps. It's a little clenchy, I know, on Insane, because if you die, it completely restarts, but it's a lot quicker. And there we go. Falling. And we have our first experience with Nick and Laird just here.
Suffering is done. Not words true. Momentous times are upon us.
Okay, so pressing X to escape, and we're going to get back our trusty camera. I'm not sure if night vision automatically flicks on here, it might do. But you do want to use it in this area just so you can see where you're going, because it is pretty damn dark. Jumping over this log, and we're going to go along the stream, pretty much just follow the water slide under that log, and eventually you'll reach this area. Ignore the horrible groans in the distance, I know it's not nice. If you approach these logs that you have to run up, usually you would have to balance on them, but if you approach them slightly to the right side, you can just sprint straight up them, which is a nice little time save. Underneath, I suppose that counts as another glitch, actually. I didn't think about that. I do that a couple of times through this. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Right? You can, again, the stuff I do is oh god, stupid. This, yeah, it's not risky, so don't worry about it too much. And straight across here, down these ledges. Oh, hurt myself there. Quick heal up, perhaps. Yep, cannot see shit at the moment. But I think you want to follow this area around. I really should have used night vision to show you. And when you pass this document, you need to crouch under, to your right, underneath this rock, so you can enter Syphilis Village. And that isn't me being nasty or anything about syphilis people. I think there's a piece of lore somewhere that actually explains that they have syphilis. Syphilis grab number 2. And that one threw up on us as well. It's just like, fucking, okay, I'm going to the clinic next week then. Shit. Right, so we're going to follow this around. Careful not to get grabbed by this guy. There's a guy that run... Oh, I got grabbed. Smash him. Yeah. I need to be careful myself. There's a guy that runs down here. If you just stand over to the right a little bit, he'll run straight past you. Whereas if you just go to run straight up there, he'll end up hitting you. So just be careful. Follow around to the right here, and we're going to end up just here running up this slope. And that's the end of our visit to Syphilis Village for the moment, anyway. At least the main part. The city area is now covered. We're going to shimmy across this ledge and jump up this ledge. And you can jump up here to get smacked back down, but if you just drop down, you can just sort of continue without getting syphilis grab number 3. So we skip a syphilis grab. It's not like we haven't already definitely got it now, but... Sorry, Blake, I avoided you a little bit of skin-to-skin contact. Anyway, so you can just run straight at Nick and Laird here, but I think I chose to do it the safe way. So if you come and duck in this grass, just after he appears, just like run away, turn and get into this grass, he'll go past you, and just go to the left, keep moving forward. Once you get to this first tent, you can pretty much just go for it without taking any damage. So just run to your right, to the left, through the trees, and stick to your left here. You might have to run around a tree or two like me, running straight into stuff. But you just want to go for the gap here, and you're safe. Although when you get into that area, you can just pretty much run straight at Nick and Laird and run around him. That way's just a little safer. I think you end up getting shot if you do it the risky way, but you don't die, you just take damage. I'm pretty sure
Come back.
It's just less clenchy to do it the way I just did. Following Jesse here to the left, and we're going to use the computer. This is our last non-violent school experience, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if there's another one where we don't get attacked throughout the rest of it, but you might want to open up this door for a little bit of light reference later. We're going to head straight down this corridor and through the door at the end, to the right, and to the left at the end of this corridor, up into the vent. And Blake's getting crucified, yay! This game is really fucking twisted, man.
No! No! Let go! Fuck!
Give him to us! Let us have him!
Fuck off! God damn it! No!
Ah, praise God and his prophet now. Praise God. Forgive me, Lord. But I have to be sure. Open his mouth, Nick. There you go. God, please, let him be the one. He's unmarked. He's pure. He is the skull Messiah. You half-wit dog's cunt! He ain't been transubstantiated yet. He ain't been born. First, we gotta get him on that cross. Get my hammer and nails. Let's get on up that hill. He will come born on locust wings, immaculate as a newborn. He will give us his gospel, the sacred words of his teaching. He will be nailed to a cross and die, and he will be buried. But he will rise again in more perfect flesh. We will eat of that flesh in holy communion and be healed of our physical sins. And we shall inherit this broken earth. See? We prepared everything. It's all ready for you.
What? Don't do this! Please!
Where is your gospel? You're supposed to have a gospel for us. To guide us in our salvation after the end.
The gospel?
The truth. Your guidance. We suffered a long time waiting on you. Well, old Nick, I guess we better put those nails in.
Wait! Ah! 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 Ah!
Good. That wasn't so bad, was it? What's this? Nick, hand me that. Is that a camera? A record? Of course. How could I not see it? A modern Christ would use a camera, not a book. This is our gospel. How could I not have known? Lord, please forgive me for doubting you. There is no suffering that I do not deserve. I am a worm, festering wound. I must study his lessons. Drive the other nail in and hang him up.
No!
You are the light of the world.
No!
You are the light.
Right, and we are back. Blake's day just keeps getting worse and worse. So you got more to go yet, son, don't worry. There's a good hour or so left of this run. Probably more than that. So, mash X to escape. If you need a tutorial for that, God help you. So, mega hand injuries. I think the only thing that can solve this are the bandages of crucifixion, wound healing or something. Magic bandages. So once you get to here, make sure you don't run into this encampment. Duck down, get into the grass. We're going to go and get our magic bandages of restoration. That obviously just, you know, negate crucifixion wounds. It's obviously possible. Make sure you stick to the right side of the fire there so that the guy that's lying there doesn't grab you. Grab the bandages, but don't use them yet. Again, make sure you're staying crouched through all of this. Head towards this log once you've grabbed them. And you're going to want to crawl all the way through. And jump out when you get to the other side. And quickly get behind this little hut thing to your right. Drop down and use the bandages. You should be good to use them without being seen. This is a long ass animation, so you want to do this in an area where you're not going to get spotted. Sometimes you can get away with using them at the fire, but sometimes the guys that are hanging around there will see you, whereas doing it this way, a little bit slower, probably, but more secure. So hands are fixed. Those few light strips of bandages now enable us to climb stuff. Yeah, mate, all the way up here and following the path to the right, jumping over this log. And we've got a few shitty experiences coming up with Nick and Laird. These cause me a lot of trouble. Jumping down here, wait around here for a sec to get your stamina back because you've got to run past a guy in this next area, so get all your stamina. And then run round here and past this guy with the flashlight, fuck him, to the right, all the way down this path and up this ledge here. Crawl down this area and to the left. Keep going, and you're going to want to run up another one of these logs. Again, you can stick to the right of it to just sprint up the bastard. There we go. And jumping over this, duck down to get into the water here, and when you get down here you can move forward until you see Laird's flashlight. Duck under the water at that point. There is a way that you can just run past him here, but it's very, very risky, and I wouldn't recommend it for this run if you're just going to get through it. Just wait it out. This is a lot slower, but those safe routes, that's what we need. There we go. If you didn't know, by the way, Laird's actually pissing in the water there. I don't know if that counts as syphilis encounter 4, but it's unpleasant either way. When he's done, when you see that flashlight go away, hop up out of the syphilis pea water, around the tree, into the hut, and grab the camera.
Vultures. How many corpses did you pick over?
And put it away instantly. And from this point on, we've got 60% battery. So this is where we need to start conserving. This is the same hallway we were in a minute ago in the school. We're going to come to that bathroom door, which is open if you left it open. From this point, we're going to need a little bit of night vision. Flash it on when he jumps you. When you hear the audio cue, turn around, flash the night vision so you can see where you're going. Get into the bathroom that you opened in the previous school experience, and he should leave you alone to come and get to the phone. If you haven't opened the bathroom before you get there, make sure you do before he charges you.
Thank God.
And just use the night vision so you can see where you're going.
We're going to get you help. We'll get you out of there. I want you to find a place to hide. Someplace safe where you can remember the taste of her kiss when you felt her neck break, you diseased cocksucker.
Lot of tongue. So he does jump you again, but not until you get to the end of this corridor. But again, you might want to use some night vision just to see where you're going. Make sure you're not running into anything. Head to the left. I think he's chasing you at this point. So we're going to head to the left again here and into the locker that Jessica runs into. That bit's pretty straightforward, to be honest. Straight back out of the locker, and now we've got a shitty experience with Nick and Laird. We need to go out the door here, spin around to the back window, grab the bandages, jump out of the window. What I like to do here, you can use night vision for this, I know it's kind of dark, but there's a building at the back of the area, just here. It's kind of useless, but just run past it to the left, through all of these trees, and you should end up at this building next to the wire fence there that you need to come into, jump into it, lock both of the doors. There's two, one here and one to the right of it. Make sure you get both of those locked, and then you're going to want to stand next to the window just here and look out for Nick and Laird. He can be in different places, so make sure you don't overshoot looking out the window. But when he busts through the door, jump out around the tree and straight for the exit, just like that. Sometimes it can happen really quick like it did for me there. Other times he can be in a different place and it takes a little longer for him to come over to the window. So just kind of wait it out. Try not to just jump in front of the window in case he's standing right there. He can hit you with an arrow. So just try and edge out, gauge where he is as quick as you can, and then jump out of the window as soon as he busts through. All the way across that ledge, and you're going to need to move fast across this log. Make sure you have clicked the sprint button to run across it. If you don't, a second arrow will hit you here, and then you want to duck under this so that you're covered by the rock. You can sprint through all of this, but this is much safer. Sometimes you hit you with an arrow if you screw up the run. So when you get to that point, you need to start sprinting and just go for it. He'll miss another arrow there, so that you can run through this point. And wait here for a sec to get a little bit of stamina back, because you've got to do some more running. And you just want to run out here, keep sprinting all the way around to the right, follow the path, and you should be good. And that's a couple of shitty Nick and Laird experiences out of the way, which is good. We're going to drop down here for another syphilis grab. Is that 4 now? Is that syphilis grab 4 or 5? I think it might be 5 because we got grabbed in the village. But you need to wiggle away from that, wiggle the stick, or I think it's arrows for keyboard and mouse. Follow the path round, he's right behind you, so wiggle those buns down this slope here to the barbed wire, which is always great. I told you your day was going to get worse. Blake, you thought those bandages would help.
We have you. It's okay. We have you. The gospel isn't done yet. You will report your own resurrection. You will complete your gospel. Yes. Yes. We've returned him to the way of sorrows. His tomb is waiting. Take him. When he rises, we all will have our communion.
Don't! Please don't! Please don't! Please! Oh, you crazy motherfuckers! Oh, God.
Okay, so when it finally lets us here, we'll mash to escape. I think it does take a little while, and you can see absolutely nothing. But, yeah, horrific experiences. Come play Outlast 2, it's fucking great. Here we go. And escape. So when you get out of the box, you're going to want to pretty much run straight forward, maybe a little bit to the left. You should see a couple of trees on the floor lining the way you've got to go, and also just like a general tree line that you can run through. There we go, about here. And you're going to want to look out for the nasty golem people that are in this area, the syphilis guys, because they can get grabs on you. There's usually a couple at the end here. Just run around to the right and follow this tree that's on the floor, and then get under the fence and you're good to go. I think I got hit here actually, yeah. Sneaky fuckers. So I ended up healing somewhere. Here we go. Good opportunity to heal. So we've got the last experience with Nick and Laird coming up. Hop over this log. It's kind of in the dark, difficult to see. And up to the left here, this is the whole rope scenario. And this one is also not fun. But I think... I don't know if anyone else uses this strat, to be honest. They probably do now. But I found this a little while ago, just experimenting with it. And it seems to work for me every time. It's a pretty good strat. the more difficult part is really getting the rope without being spotted. Getting away seems to be pretty easy. But anyway, to the right and jumping into this window. And we're going to jump through this window as well. And we've got this guy up here who sort of alerts everyone in the village that you're here. So we're going to chase up behind him. And when you get to the back of this house, we're going to slide so that we're crouched. And just keep crouch walking along here. You can sprint through this area, but there's really not much point. It's much safer to do this so that you don't get everyone chasing you. You might have seen other people take a different route, but I tend to take a more lit route that works more of the time. I tend not to get spotted by anyone. You're going to want to get to next to this shack by crouch walking, and then you'll see this guy alerting the people in that house that you're here or whatever. And then he'll run back down and go over to a house that's to your right. When he does that and you see him sprint past you, you can go for it pretty much. Go to your right around this hut and then to your left. There's also a guy just like standing there, but you can just run past him and up to the rope. I never get spotted doing that. It's definitely a very safe strat. The risky bit is really getting the rope here. It's not easy at all. Sometimes people can be about that spot you. It's really fucking annoying. If anyone is chasing you, if you run back up to where the rope is, they tend to leave you alone. If you wait it out up there, you can sort of get away with coming back around. But I got lucky here and got to the rope without being spotted. And from here, you just want to go right and left at the shack here, and just literally run straight past Nick and Laird, who are right there, around this hut, through the tree line, up here, maybe a little jump, and around this hut to the left, and you're back at the entrance. Most people you'll see take a more long approach than that, but that seems to work for me every time. It's definitely a solid strat. You need to get through that area quick, so try it out. Hopefully that works for you guys. It's definitely one of the tougher bits of the game that I know a few people have some trouble with. I know it's caused me some fucking trouble. I fucking hate that bit.
Don't touch me! Get your hands off me! Touch disgusting.
You deserve to die. Just die. No. Fucking crucified me, buried me alive and shit. Oh. Lucky they didn't crush us, to be honest. So, if you want, you can stare at Nick and Laird up and close there if you like, a little up close and personal. But yeah, keep going forward through this hatch at the end, up this stairwell onto this sort of rooftop to the right, and around here to the left. Keep following the lights and jump over this railing, and to the left once you get to the end, through this gate to the right, and there's a doorway you'll want to use just here. So maybe regain some stamina when you're walking down these stairs. Straight ahead of you should be the door you need to go through, I think. And make sure you've got your stamina here. You might need to recharge for a sec like I did. So the easiest way to do this is just to run down the stairs, and when you see him, which is I think the next set of stairs, which is like here, come back up and up the next flight of stairs. Instead of jumping over the banister, just turn around and run back down and you'll be good. You can jump over the banister and run down the stairs to get away from him, but it's easier just to turn around and run back down the stairs and out of here and to the hatch. We made it. Fuck that guy. All the experiences through the school now just suck so hard. They are not fun. So we're going to turn around here, walk forward, and we'll come to the door we need to go through. When you walk forward into this area, if you turn to the left, you'll see a light at the end of the corridor you can just run towards, and there's a ladder at the end leading up to this hatch that's at the end of that corridor or tunnel, whatever it is. Back into the school, to the right through this door, and there's something we need to pick up on the table from Jessica, and that will trigger the little cutscene with her where we have to follow her through the darkness. And this bit's always kind of annoying if you're trying to conserve battery. All I can say is just try and listen to where she is as best you can. Turn to the left here as she runs away and start moving in that direction. That's what I usually do, but it still tends to take me forever to find out. I'll try to be quiet, so if you want to listen to what happened to me, feel free.
Jessica, can you hear me? Jess, are you there?
Yeah, so literally like fumbling in the dark for a good 2 minutes or so there. It's annoying, but yeah, can get it done without the battery usage, so good times. I tend not to waste any there. Definitely takes much longer though. I wish I could just whack on the microphone and listen for her. But you'll eventually, after moving around, after getting jump scared by her, you'll get teleported to that tunnel and you'll end up here, run down these stairs, and you'll be heading towards the lake. You've got the whole raft experience coming up, which is kind of boring. Goes on for about 10 minutes or so of the run. But yeah, Father Pedo walking into the water there, if you didn't know that. That's actually, what's his name, Father? I'll try and remember his name. Tuchamilch or something? I don't know, whatever. He's a twat. Through this window that I cannot get through to save my life at the moment. And up here, up these sort of like stepped slopes or whatever they are. Up here to the stairs. Running out of stamina, we'll get our little recover walk on. Give Blake a rest. At least we're getting him some cardio in. If you haven't done any cardio this year or something, Blake, maybe you've been lazy. Outlast 2's gonna sort that out, son. But you're pretty agile, I'd say. He can hop over boxes and jump up stuff and make jumps, so I'd say he works out, man. I'm not sure how old he is. I wonder, he's probably in good shape for his age, considering. I'm not sure if I'd be able to make these jumps and shit. Make sure you've got stamina to make this jump also. You do not want to fall there. That would be a shitty place to die on your insane run. So we're going to slide under this log to the right of it, hopefully, so we don't get caught. Keep sprinting down here towards the raft, and you should hear some crazy shit going on in the village, but we're just going to leave that alone. We're just going to get the fuck out.
Raft. That'll get me across.
And we're off. So all of this stuff is pretty straightforward. The only hard bit about the whole raft experience is the ending. And it's not even really the raft experience, it's like the experience you have with the demon. It's probably for me, the most scary part of the game. Just because you can't see and you've got to hope you're running in the right direction, really. But yeah, raft experience. The graphics on this raft, they're actually pretty good. I always sort of compliment the raft graphics. I nearly said graft graphics there. The raft graphics. Look lovely, shiny. But yeah, you want to just keep going forward until you get I think, is it the tidal wave that happens first? I think it is, and then the fish. Or does the fish happen first? I'm unsure. It's all coming anyway. This area is pretty confusing. We can talk about the game a little bit though, because there's not a fat lot I really need to explain. There we go. Tentacle. Was it the pedo tongue? Was that the pedo tongue? It might have been. And now, yeah, so pedo tongue, then dead fish. So obviously the logic here is that pedo tongue kills fish.
The apocalypse.
Well,
Hope to God I'm just losing my shit.
I hope so too, because this game makes no fucking sense, Blake. I'll try to talk about my understanding of it through this raft experience. Tidal wave, there it is. I knew it was coming. So I think we need to like mash here in a minute or something. After seeing this, is that a dead body or what is it? I kind of want to slow that down and look at it. Is it syphilis, people? Was it another syphilis grab? Is that syphilis grab 6 or some shit like that? I think it might be. Anyway, back to the raft. Let's grab up the... Oh yeah, there we go. There are tools you can use to manipulate the game to like see what that stuff is. I'd be interested to actually see what those models were, just so I knew. Anyway, jumping onto the raft, mash X. I don't know why I care about that, but I do. Back onto the raft, safe and sound, and into the abyss. So I think during this scenario you can sort of see the radio wave tower that's sort of like sending out the signals that send everyone crazy. The thing is with Outlast 2, I kind of feel like it's all about Blake's experience. It's not really... It doesn't explain why it's all going on at all. It's just sort of like Blake and Lynn are in the wrong place at the wrong fucking time investigating this woman who obviously experienced something as well here. But if you didn't know, the radio tower is basically sending out signals, which is why we keep seeing those flashes of light that make everyone go crazy. In the beginning of the run, you might have saw when that went off, everyone was standing around going, "Oh, Daddy, no." That's basically the microwaves hard at work. But what's never really explained is why they are driving people insane here. In the first game, they were doing it to find, I think it was suitable people to pair with the Wall Rider in some way. It was something like they needed a host, and the way to get the host in the right situation was to drive them insane or bring them to the brink of insanity or something like that. But why it's happening here is never really explained to us. But I'll let you witness.
Fuck! Come on!
This tiny little bit of horror. You won't miss a thing. Anyway, there we go. It kind of explains a lot that the radio tower signals are pretty much making everybody live out their worst nightmares, because you've got Blake.
Those are the ones.
Oh, those are the ones. Yeah, the Descent people.
I'm close.
See, even Blake doesn't fucking understand the game. He's just like, what is happening? I'm just gonna sail along this fucking river on this bitch ass raft. It looks sexual, but I'm.
Good.
Listen.
Because God said she had to die. The heretics, they want her to have the baby. Despite God. What will they do when there's no baby? I have to. Jesus. Lynn. I'm coming.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, even Blake's trying to help us figure it out too. But yeah, everyone's living out their worst nightmares. You've got Blake, who's like experiencing stuff with Jessica, which is obviously a pretty big nightmare of his because it happened in his childhood. And it's something that they're making him sort of live in reality. I think it sort of brings people's worst nightmares in reality. That's why you start seeing like Father Douchebag walking into the water a little earlier. Later on, the demon is chasing you in the mines, even though he can't do anything to you, but you see him. Jessica also starts appearing. Loads of weird shit is going on. Noth is like a devout Christian or whatever, so his worst nightmare is going to be like the apocalypse and the Antichrist and shit like that. So he's going to be mega paranoid about that because the microwaves are making him envision it. But he, probably before those radio waves fucked with his head, had a big following, you know, sort of almost like an occult Christian following that he could manipulate to do what he wants. They're all going fucking crazy too, and he's telling them, oh, this is the Antichrist. So that's kind of what's going on there. I understand all of that stuff. Why everyone is crazy, but I don't understand why the Markov Corporation is doing this. It is something to do with the Markov Corporation. There's the one piece of law from that references them. It doesn't really explain why they're doing their experiments. It just sort of links the Markov Corporation. Also, if you've played the game, you'll know that at certain times, I either just got Skyped or the recording had a Skype noise on it, but never mind. It's just getting juicy as well. It's beeping at me. Stop beeping at me. It recorded Skype noise. That's annoying. That must have been from when I recorded the game. But yeah, if you've played the game, you'll know that when at certain points, if you're using the camera, you'll get recorded moments. You'll see that little red circle thing. Skype is still going. That's annoying me. Those little recorded moments where you get they're sort of like collectibles. When you're in the school, you get a few of those bandages if you need them. You'll get a few of those recordings. If you watch them back at any point during your gameplay, you'll just get static. Like you won't be able to watch those recordings. And Blake will say something like, "I know I saw it," or something. If you examine those screens carefully, you see the Markov Corporation logo. Now we know the radio waves or whatever, the radio tower interferes with electronics because it took down the helicopter in the beginning of the game, so that sort of makes sense why that Markov logo might show up, maybe some encrypted signal that shows up on the recording or something like that. But the really one thing, if you look at the game logically, and it's kind of hard to do that because it makes no fucking sense, the one thing that doesn't add up is it's a pretty big Easter egg actually. You may have seen it around, you may not have. During those moments with the school recordings where it's staticky and you see the Markov logo, if you play the audio that you can hear during those recordings backwards, you can hear Father Pedo McGee saying stuff. And he talks about Jessica and things like that, which sort of implies that when Blake is sort of submitted to these radio waves, that something is going on that he doesn't know about. Like because you don't see what's actually happening in reality. Some people have argued that because Lynn gets pregnant so quick when Blake goes through those moments, he's actually out for like months at a time. And I suppose the one reason that can't be true is because like Blake could die if he was like knocked out for months at a time because he's not eating anything or whatever, he'd starve to death. Unless the Murkoff Corporation somehow is interfering, taking him away, doing some shit, and then dumping his body back around here somewhere when you wake back up. And that would be the only logical explanation for those recordings, I suppose. Unless it's just some creepy Easter egg they kicked in at the end and I'm reading too much into it. But either way, trying to figure out this game is long. We've also got the end of the raft experience coming up, so we're going to go back to tutorial and less about theories, I guess. But yeah, it's a weird one. Also, things to note, in the first one, there were no female patients apparently because the female patients kept having phantom pregnancies. That's why they were, that was their excuse for not having female patients in the first one, whether they just didn't want to model them, and they said that. All that's kind of linked to this, like Lynn has a phantom pregnancy, run away from these dudes, just in case you didn't know. We'll come back in a minute, I'll reference it later maybe. We get grabbed by the demon here, and this is probably the most horrible part of the game for me. I hate this bit. I also seem to get a little bit of lag, but you're going to need to turn around 180, try and line yourself up so those lines on the floor are going straight for you, and keep moving forward. You're going to need to sprint forward and count to about 20 whilst running forward into the dark. You can flash your night vision if you want to ensure you're going the right way. I think I'm coming close now. There we go, there's the edge. But it does take 20 seconds from when you turn around and start sprinting until you get to the edge of the pool. It's actually quite easy to do, but it's just scary as fuck because I'm literally just running into the dark. If you want to flash on some night vision in that area though, it would be advisable. We're going to open up that cubicle. That's going to trigger all the shit we need to do in this area. Follow Jessica through here. Make sure you've got some stamina just to run through here to the left. And when you get to the top of these stairs, I'm pretty sure you're safe, and you'll want to wait for a second because you get chased as you come out of this door. Not that one, this one, yeah, this door. So get your stamina on and then head through the door. You can sprint into these doors to open them, but that didn't want to work for me, so through the door and to the right again here, to the end of the corridor, and you're going to want to open up the door. We've got a lot of space from the demon though, so we're good. And I'm pretty sure he stops chasing you at this point, so I ended up running into the window there, but back the way you came, to the left at the end, and keep following the passage around all the way to the left. Just the blood slide area, I think it is, yeah. So if you want to have some fun with your run, this is probably one of your few opportunities for the Messiah run, because it's not a fun run, it's frustrating. Get your slide on in the blood. There's an achievement for doing this too if you missed it. Good times. I also like to say that if I don't smash my face off the back wall, it's an invalid run, so face smash. There we go. And we can leave. I also think you can come back down into the school here, because it's just a ladder. Well, I've never tried, to be honest, but you got the ladder here, and you end back up in Shitsville. It's like shitty school experiences and Shitville, but you can also go back down the ladder if you want. I'm interested to see what's down there. I never have looked, but straight out here, we've got the bloody rain moment. Following this around, and all the way up the steps. It seems to lag a little bit for me in this area usually. I think it's a pretty intensive area, and I'm like recording or probably streaming and recording and fucking all kinds of other stuff at the same time, so my PC's just like, what? Why you do this to me? I mean, I've got a pretty nice PC, but doing all that stuff at once can still take its toll. It still looks pretty nice though, not too much lag throughout the run. There's certain areas where I know it might lag, and I've got everything on Ultra. I don't really do any settings for extra frames or anything. I tend just to go for quality, though I do get some frame drops. Anyway, jumping over all this shit. And we want to move to the right here. If you turn with your back to the wall and move to the left, you can sort of see the light. It makes it easier up these stairs and across this beam just here. And you want to turn to your right here and sort of look at these windows and just move to your left. You can get through most of it in one position. If you get stuck, move backwards and find the opening. So you can get through this without using night vision. It's good to get through here. When you get to the end, you're just going to need to move forward sort of towards the windows and then left to find the door. Again, use night vision if you want. I like to save for the ending.
We tried to get her back before the enemy cracks her womb. But they...
Wait, Lynn? Have you seen her?
They killed us. The lucky ones they killed. Get out. We have to leave. We have to go.
Okay, so through here, and we're going to go back to the school. We are coming up to another one of the really terrible school experiences, with which is the library. But that's, I don't think this is. It's this one. It's the one after, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we're going to come in here to the left and check this computer quickly. Yeah, mate. Quick conversation between Blake and Jessica, which is pretty creepy. And then we're going to spin it around to get the jump scare and check this computer. And once we've gone through this conversation, we'll head out to the right. But let's give it a second. Takes a minute. Okay. There we go, and to the right out of here, to the right again. I know you can't really see, but follow the corridor to the left. And we're going to keep running around here to end up... I think we go back into the blood slide corridor to the left, and there's a left turn we have to take just here by this bin. And you can see Jessica waiting at the end. You want to make sure you've got some stamina back to run away. So just maybe walk and use that recover tactic. It does help. So open up the door to the right, down the stairs, and I think you'll hear Jessica scream and then the noise for the monster kick in. There we go, back up the stairs and to the left. Through this door, keep running around the pool that's left out of the door, and you should get grabbed by the pedo tongue, which is never pleasant, but it's how you progress, so... There we go. So we'll end up back in Shitsville. Still raining blood. It's lovely. Outlast brings us to the nicest places, and we're going to run around here into this building. And we've got our first experience with the Descent people, I think, here. So we're going to slide under this opening, and you're going to see the guy drop down in front of you. As soon as you do, back out of there and head to the left. And we're going to go to the right here and just stand in the corner. Just chill here for a minute. And I'm pretty sure this guy bangs the door, I think it's 5 times. It might be 4 though. It's 4 or 5. I think it varies between different areas. You do this in a couple of different places, and pretty sure it's... Is it 4? But yeah, when he gets through, you want to sprint for it. To the left, up the stairs, flash your night vision on so you can see where you're going. To the right at the top. And there's an opening just here to your right that you need to squeeze through. Head through to your right. And you shouldn't need any more night vision to head forward. Left, sharp left again, over this table. Straight forward, and you want to go up the stairs, sharp left up the stairs, to the right, and jumping over this obstacle. Straight forward, to the right again, to the right again. And keep going for the stairs. You're going to need to go back on yourself and up some more stairs. Hopping over the dead bodies. It's lovely. And to the left up these stairs, to the left again, through the crack here. And that's that bit of the chase done. And once that's done, we're going to push this box out of the way. I want to get that done as fast as possible, because that guy comes through the window. Jump through the window to him back at the school, which is fucking great. To the right out of the window. Keep moving, do not stop. I've never died here, but if you look down the corridor, you see all this shit coming towards you. I'm not sure if you're not quick, if it'll come and kill you. I've never actually taken my sweet time enough to know. But I'm curious. Anyway, keep going to the right. Well, I'm definitely not going to find out in the Messiah run. No, thank you. Through the window here. And to the right. Through this door. Okay, so crappy school experience incoming. This is, again, probably one of the worst ones. There's 3 that are really crap. And a jump scary as fuck, too. But yeah, we're going to run around here to the left. left just before we get to those double doors. To the right there, and we see the monster who sucks some dick. And then we're going to go right through here. Zigzag through the desks, obviously. Head to the left when you get through this door. This door will close, so come back to the end of this corridor to open it, which is pretty creepy. And we're just going to get some stamina back here for a sec. Shadows for the win. And through the door. To the end here. Creepily quiet at the moment. To the left and into the library. So this is the maze. I fucking strongly recommend practicing this. But you want to head into the right and make sure you head in where I do here. Straight down to the left. Follow this around, keep going forward. You'll come to this thing that you need to back around on. Follow it to the left, right, and you should end up at this desk. I know that was... I'm trying to save battery, it's difficult to deal with, but you'll want to come back when you set the demon off to this point. At this bookcase you can sort of ring around the rosy him on and just run past him. It's literally at that desk with the battery on it. If you just head back and go to your right, there's like literally a bookcase on its own that you can just use to run around him. It's quite easy. But learning the maze is pretty essential. If you try to do it just from a video reference, you'll probably really struggle. So I'd say just get a checkpoint there and practice it a few times. Ignore the jump scare there, it doesn't mean anything. After grabbing the bandages, we're going to come out to the left to this corridor and keep going, get some stamina back. When you get to this last pillar, the monster shows up. So you're going to want to go straight forward to the end and use some night vision here to get around all this crap because there's stuff in your way. Keep going to the left until you get behind this bookcase, and then you'll have our good friend Mr. Descent Person. I'm not sure if he gets grabbed by the demon there. Just sort of like we were talking earlier about how the radio waves are making people's nightmares bleed into reality, and that's why you start to see the demon in reality, or something like that. I don't know. It's confusing. It makes no sense. So we're going to come to the stairs at the back of this room, straight down here. And we're going to want to move to our left so we can see the opening and slide through there. Oh, it's very dark. But to the right through here, to the left through these two shelves just here. And there's another opening that we have to crouch to get through, which is just there. And then we're going to open up this door. I missed pulling that. You want to be quick in this area because there are guys that drop into the room that can fuck you over. Get in here to the right as soon as you come in. Grab this little box thing. Pull it out. I was going really slow, which is dangerous as fuck in this area. Pull it towards the left so you can jump up and through the opening. I'm pretty sure they just jumped into the room there. As soon as you drop in, to your left. At the end of here, to your right. Up these stairs. Right again. Keep going straight. To your right, and then another right just here. Drop down here for a cheeky slide underneath that thing. Left up the stairs. Left again. Jumping up here. Up some more stairs. To the right. And you're running across this beam here. And then you've got another sort of beam thing just here to run across as well. And to the left. To the left again. Up these stairs. And that's it for that shitty segment. This last 20 minutes of the run just like really needs practicing. You really, really need to practice it. Turn around 180 here and to the right out of there, and then to the left just here. Keep running straight forward all the way to the end. He is chasing us, so be quick. And at the end we're going to go to the left and into the bathroom that's open just here. Go to a far away cubicle so that you have more distance he has to travel to get to you when you're crawling under. So we're going to crawl under here to the cubicle that's in line with the door. And you can crawl under and run away, or you can open the door and run away. I think opening the door is slightly faster, so you may want to do that. Like stand up in the cubicle, open the door and run for it. So do that. I think I'm going to turn that down. I think that's like the worst jump scare noise in the game. It's so loud, like so loud. But anyway, running straight out of there, back the way you came. We're going to go to the right to the stairwell that we started at, and all the way up the stairwell, and then left through this door. You're going to need night vision here and through to the left so you can see where you're going. It's very dark. To the right there, through these doors at the end. To the right when you get through them. Keep going, and there's a door you need to go through to the right at the end of this corridor, just here. And that's the end of that segment with him, which is great. The door locks behind you, so you don't need to close it. Come through here and out of this window to the left when you get through. All the way across here. That's probably all of the shitty school experiences out of the way. There's not much left of that at all, really. That is too difficult. I'm not sure. Is there any more? I'm not sure. There probably is, but those are the difficult ones out of the way, pretty much. Coming along here anyway, jumping across to this ledge, and we're going to turn to our right and go upwards. And this area you want to try and do without night vision, so you might again have to practice this a little bit. But when you drop down, Blake will get his camera out with night vision. You'll want to turn around and turn the night vision off and try to run it without night vision. So you're going straight up here and to the right in between these beams. Keep going straight and left up the first ramp. It's taking its sweet time to get me moving for some reason, but when you get to the top, you're going to want to turn to your right and run forward. And to the right, left, jumping up here, and then straight forward to the exit. Again, it's a really simple little area to run through, but you may need to turn your brightness up to be able to see everything. I'll try and turn the brightness up for the video so you guys will be able to see. So if this video does look a little bright, please excuse that, but it's so you guys can just see everything that I'm doing. Right, so now we're out of there. We've got another shitty experience with the it's full of shitty experiences today, full on shitty. With the descent people, and then we're going to the mines, which is also full of shitty experiences. Let's all play Outlast, yeah. So once that smashes through there, you're going to need to sprint and not stop because you're being chased. Keep going. And to the left here, jumping over this obstacle, straight forward, sliding under this, and over another obstacle. Up the stairs, you can see here to the right, and then you got another sharp right at the top of these stairs. And another one, and you're going to want to come around here and go to your right around this big bucket thing, sliding under this, down the stairs, hopping down to this ledge, and you might want to do the recover walk a little bit here just to get a little bit of extra stamina, but try not to stop moving because it's risky. When you get down here, you should be able to run again. You might find during that last little walk you might not be able to sprint, but when you drop down you should be good to get back to the elevator. Fuck you guys. Also, if you're struggling at the very end, if you jump, you can get a little bit more distance, but I only do that if you're just approaching the elevator and they're right behind you. But yeah, now we're coming to the mines, which is probably full of surprises, put it that way.
Jess.
It sucks.
Her name is Lynn.
Right. So we should get dropped very shortly. Drop number 1. 440 feet. Boom. God knows how Blake survived that, but anyway, once we get here, we're going to want to head out of the elevator and round to the right, all the way to the back of it, crouch down so we can hop. I think it kept messing me around here. I couldn't quite approach this properly, but yeah, did it to me a couple of times. You want to get under here, basically. There we go. And run straight for the gate when you get control again, just so the elevator doesn't drop on you. It's basically just dropping down and running straight forward when you do. To the right at the end of here, and through this corridor. Head around to the left. Keep moving forward here. You're going to want to look to your right as you get a little further down to see this light that you need to move towards. Jump scare. And to the right when you get to here, I think I ran a little too far. You might need to look to the right to see the light you need to move towards. And again, the mines is definitely an area you're going to want to practice before doing this run. So heading to the end and to the left. hopefully, if someone does get it done from referencing the video, happy days.
Just confused.
It is a difficult run without the night vision. With the night vision, it probably wouldn't be so bad. So here again, we see how Blake's nightmares are bleeding into reality. Or is this reality? Who knows? To the right there, though, heading to the end of this, to the left, and into this cave opening. Now, you can use a little bit of night vision here to find the ledge, but pretty much all you need to do is move into the cave, move to the right a little bit, and jump up to get to the ledge. If you get in there and just start jumping about, you'll more than likely find it. I don't like to waste the night vision here. I like to save it for those last tricky bits. And eventually I found the ledge. There we go. So moving forward, and we're going to drop down here and hop over this to the left here and open up this door. When you come through here, crouch down and look to your right. You'll see a descent person drop into the room. He'll go forward and then left into a room just there. You're going to need to remember where that door is in a minute, but for now we're just going to head straight forward down here. And once you get towards the bottom, you're going to want to turn around and face back up the way you're going to need to run away, and just move backwards. Listen out for the audio cue. You can look back if you want to. When you hear it, just start sprinting forward. I find that's the quickest way to get away. The audio cue is immediate. So when you come to the top, you want to turn right with some night vision on to get into that door you saw the guy go through. And then when you get in there, head forward a little, enter into this little area. Maybe get into the crack, and that guy should stop chasing you. Come back out here and to the right. And then this guy is going to be standing in the doorway we just went down. Get him to chase you. If he doesn't chase you like he didn't with me, because we're standing in the dark, go and stand in front of him to get his attention. Run up to this crack in the wall that's just here, and just wait for him to pull you out. When he does, turn to the right and sprint to the area he was blocking, and just run to the end. It's a very simple way to get through that. If you try and do that without running into the room, there'll be another guy in this hallway that blocks your way, so make sure you do it that way, or you'll get screwed. Okay, so we have a minecart. There is a glitch here that you can like completely skip through this, but we're just going to do it the legit way, so you guys can follow. It's not really risky if you know how to do it, because there's no enemies here, but it's a little difficult, and you can end up getting stuck underneath the minecart, which I suppose is kind of risky, because you can't load checkpoints here. So heading under here, and
if you've done something, I want you to tell me.
Fuck you. To the right. And I like to use a little bit of night vision here, because the game glitched me through the map at this point during a run once, which was really annoying. So make sure you line it up like I did there, and once you're inside you can pretty much just move forward and end up in the right place. Eventually you'll see a smidgen of light. There we go. Got there in the end. We've still got about 50% night vision, which is really needed throughout this last area. But I'd recommend watching this through before attempting it, because there's a lot of things that can screw you over. But if you do get it done first time through, fair play to you. Happy days. Rather help other people not have to replay this 50 times like I fucking did. Anyway, get to the bottom of the stairs here once you're through, and we're going to move into a room that I think a door gets closed in front of us, or have we just passed that? I think we might have just passed that. Yeah, into here, and to the end of this cavern. If you turn left, I think I fucked it up, yeah, if you move into this cavern and turn left, there's a gap you've got to squeeze through. So turn left and move forward. You should squeeze through it. Keep moving forward and then turn to your right, and you'll see the area you need to move into. It's kind of hard to do without night vision. Again, if you want to use a little bit, you could probably get away with it. And we get grabbed by Val the bitch.
What have you done to Lynn? Where is she?
We're creatures of appetite. I want to feel your hunger. I want to see your true face. Your seed will burn this world.
Where's Lynn?
Mother, burn. Mother, burn.
Mother, burn.
Mother, burn. Mother, burn.
I welcome her infant lord, naked, hiding nothing. I lay down in this mess.
Crazy motherfucker!
I show
Where
my
is she?
true face. Show me your true face.
Right, so when you get loose, you want to be ready to sprint forward. Like, sprint now. Be trying to sprint straight away before the cutscene even ends. Head towards this cavern, turn to your right, flash the night vision so you can see where you're going and you're not running into these damn beams. To your left here, to the end, and to your right here. Flash again, just keep moving forward, and when you get to here, you're good. The cavern collapses and traps Val. You will want to use some night vision there because you can run into the beams, which can end up fucking you over. I know it killed me a couple of times. Very, very annoying. So we're going to the left here, and this is another shitty experience in the mines with Val. Flash up your night vision so you can see where you're going. You're going to want to move forward and to the left, and you should come to this light. If you move into the room, keep flashing your night vision so you can sort of see where you're going. You're going to want to find the first circuit, which is to the left of the flashing lights. There's an area you can crouch under, and you'll see the room with the light where the next switch is ahead of you, but Val comes through there, so stay underwater until she comes through like this. And she walks off to the side, jump up, turn around and get the switch. I think I choked on finding the switch here. I got a bit turned around, couldn't see it. Yeah, there we go. Hooray. It's been a little slow, and we're going to go back towards where she just came through. Quickly get through there. You won't need night vision here, obviously. Turn to your right, use some. The switch is just on that board you can see me flashing at there. Just there. On the other side of it. Pull that. Head back the way you came. If you haven't smashed the light, you can use it to get back out. If you can duck under that as well. But in there and to the right, you'll see Val ahead of you, and she's going to come around to her left or your right. Let her get sort of like, you know, on the other side of the boarded fucking wall there, and just walk around it and over to the exit, and you're good. Hopefully that helps some of you out. Like, I know that area was a bit tricky for me. Seems to work for me every time. There's also a glitch so you can skip that area in its entirety, but yeah, that's the legit way to do it. Now we're going to push this minecart down here. I'm going to chase after it and go pull the switch.
What did you do to her?
Okay. When it comes back, bam. And now we're going to need to pull it back up so we can smash through the gate. At this point, you're pretty much home free. There's not really too much risky stuff left, except for there's like 2 things you've got to run away from. But as long as you've got night vision, you should be okay. There's a couple of sketchy areas you've got to jump about in. But apart from that, there's not really too many risky, enemy-ish kind of areas, as long as you know what you're doing. So, there we go. Through here, ducking under that. And we're going to go to the left. And here, you should come to this ladder, which you're going to need to head down. And once you get to the bottom of the ladder, I think you end up falling off it. Come on, let's get that full. There we go. Look up so you can see the light above you and turn around 180, and then you're going to want to move forward, and there's something you've got to jump over, like a little fence or something. So hop over that if you can, whack on the night vision to make sure you're in the right place. Basically you're going for that cavern entrance, which is over the thing you would have jumped over and to the right. It's kind of hard to find, and then you're going to need to sprint for this cave opening. Now you're going to burn through some battery here. Just keep flashing it so you can see where you're going. I know it's a wee bit epileptic, but you kind of need to conserve and just try to keep flashing. Make sure you're not getting stuck, you're moving in the right direction, and you should be good. I actually got stuck behind a fucking invisible wall in this cave once. I literally couldn't move any direction. I had a good 5 or 6 seconds in which I just literally couldn't move, and then ended up getting hit in the back by one of these guys. But yeah, keep following this around to the right of this part and through this little opening. I got stuck here too, had to move to the left there. Keep going, and we're going to come out here and to the right. Keep flashing your night vision, and you'll come to these beams. Keep following along the beams until you fall. And I moved over to the left here. I couldn't really see much because there was water all over the place, but I ended up moving over to the right and then originally, and then to my left quite a lot, and tried to flash, and then I moved straight towards the light. So I ended up on the far left side of the room, basically. But I started out moving around that rock that's in front of you. I moved around the right side of it, and then I walked over to the left, and then I just walked straight over towards the exit. Again, this is probably one of the few areas that needs to be practiced, because you will rinse through your night vision if you're using it in that area, and those guys may end up hitting you a couple of times. But anyway, up here, sliding down, quickly spin it around and get to the ladder. Just this way. I was getting stuck on stuff there. And the battery is starting to beep, it's worrying. We're running low, we're in the reds. It's not a fucking good situation. And although we will make it, don't worry, we've got plenty to make it through the rest of the game. Under this boarded off sort of archway here, and I know we're walking into the dark, but there's nothing risky here, so just keep moving forward. Flash if you get stuck on anything. You should end up in this area with all the ladders. I'm pretty sure I ended up getting stuck here for a while, so I'll jump to the point where I got it right. But you need to look up and find the first ladder and go up it, and the next ladder is just to the left of it. But I was like really confused here. I eventually found the ladder. This is it. Okay, so here's me going up the first ladder, and like I said, the second ladder is literally to the left of it a little bit. There it is. It's kind of hard to see in the dark. But yeah, just there, and then we're going to need to move to our left, and there's a really skinny plank we've got to go across here, so be careful where you're walking here. Move over to the edge of this platform and look down. Use night vision to find it so you drop onto it correctly. As you can imagine, this is a bit sketchy trying to conserve night vision, because you're like really want to use it here. Just take your time, use little flashes to make sure you're keeping yourself centered, and then jump up this platform. Up this platform. Oh, it's a really relieving feeling when you get to this point. I really hate walking across that beam. Anyway, once you get to here, keep moving forward. I think I got a bit turned around here and couldn't really see much, so I ended up using some night vision. Yeah, there we go. That's where we came from. So we want to go this way and follow this path round, and you should see some light to the left. Now we're going up here to the right and to the left here, and keep moving towards the light. You may need to crouch and stuff underneath these things, and you'll get grabbed again, and we've got the whole scenario with these guys. So I always seem to get caught on a million things trying to get down to Lynn here. I don't know if it's programmed to make you move really slowly, and I'm just like, hurry up, because I'm at the end of the run here, but it always seems to take me forever to get down there. What am I stuck on here? Also, it's probably a candle, but to me there's what looks like some toilet paper on the floor just in front of us now. I don't know if you can see it. I swear it looks like toilet paper. But whatever. Ignoring that. Random roll of toilet paper in here. I don't want your pleasure. The fuck have you been smearing all over yourself? Rolling in pig shit. Yeah, and this experience really sucks, and the great thing about it being pre-recorded is I can skip it.
Get off me. Stop. You have to tell me. Get off of me. Not unless you answer. No. Fine. Then you have to give up. If you say I win, I'll let you up. Okay. You have to say it. You win, okay? You're such a pushover, Blake. I don't know why you have to be so precious about it. Did Lynn ask you to ask me? I asked first. So?
I don't know.
Nerd.
Shut up.
You are.
She said to ask, didn't she?
Maybe. I don't know. I just wanted to know.
You're a nerd, too.
I know. You think your parents are home yet?
No. Usually not until after dinner.
You think I could come over?
Yeah, sure. Why?
Why what?
Like, why do you want to come over?
I don't know.
What don't you know, Jessica?
Oh, sorry.
What are the two of you doing in here?
I'm sorry, Father Loudermilk.
We stayed after school for journal? We were just leaving.
Let's step back into class, please.
Blake?
You're not in trouble yet, Blake. You don't want to get in trouble, do you?
Just stay with me.
I want you two to tell me what you were doing in here. Were you misbehaving? Do I need to call your parents? Jessica, do I need to call your father again?
No, please.
I only want us to be friends. Nobody's in trouble yet. Does one of you think you can make this right? Jessica? Jessica, look at me. Will you pray with me? Will you help me make this right? Why don't you go along home, Blake?
Don't go.
Did I interrupt something between you two?
It wasn't like that.
Then what did you want? You won't say? You know, shame is a gift from God to let you know right from wrong. And what you want is very wrong. Go home and pray.
Stay. I want you to stay.
Blake, please. This is awkward enough. Nothing's the matter, but I need you to leave us.
Don't.
Everything's okay. You can leave, young man. Walk away.
Fuck you. Okay, so now we need to move towards the doors down here. Just like sprint straight down there. And yeah, I really hated that bit. I really didn't want to leave the first time I did it. I think I stood by the door trying to break it down or something. But yeah, you'll hear Jessica scream and then you'll need to go back. There we go. Heading back to her then. Horrible, horrible audio cues. Okay, once you get back up there, head through here and to the right, follow to where that's going on. To the right, just here. I'm gonna get into here. And this sort of hints that he accidentally killed Jessica rather than a committing suicide. There's also some of those recordings we talked about earlier that say that. Don't know what you think you saw. When you get to this point, you're gonna need to turn and run. Be careful here, you can get stuck on stuff. You will need to use pretty much the last of your night vision for this, so be ready to turn and flash that shit to run the correct way. Go to the right, through this passageway, to the right again. You should hear the cavern crumble behind you. Keep fucking running. You'll get a drop down to here. Keep heading forward and you'll end up having to cross a bridge, I think, in a second. If you follow here to the left there, take the pathway to the left, of course. This is, I think at this point you're safe when you get to this bridge. But yeah. Pretty sure I died there at one point. We also had a run where we died at this very last experience with Marta. Which was horrible. Soul destroying. So keep running up to get to Lynn.
Lynn!
You're pregnant. How are you pregnant?
Please. I don't want to die here. I don't want our baby to die here.
I won't let them kill you.
Okay, so
We have to get out of here.
we're gonna head straight forward when we get with Lind and sort of stick to the right, so you can follow the path around. I'm sort of running into trees and stuff. I did not stick to the right. And you'll come eventually, when you get to the edge of that area to your left, you'll come to this path. You just want to kind of follow throughout this whole scenario with Lynn. You might also want to put the camera away so you can see a little better, because it sort of closes in your view a bit and you've got Lynn's head bobbing in your face, but
Yeah.
I obviously felt it necessary to like document this, you know what I mean? Across this bridge to the left, and we should have this very last scenario with Martha, which is pretty simple, but there's something you kind of really have to do or you'll die.
It's too dangerous. You can't.
We can't stay out here. Help me down, please, Blake.
Okay. Jesus. Be careful. Fuck! Lynn!
Sorry, Lynn.
You okay? I'm coming down. I'm sorry.
Okay, so let's go drop her off. And when Marta shows up here, you're going to want to run to your right and just wait a second by one of the beds. I'll show you which one very shortly. So here she comes. Listen for that scream. There she is. And you're going to want to move to your right. And so bed just to your left here. Run to the end of it and then turn around. And use your look back to wait till she gets near the bed and then run away from it. And head to your left here. Keep running forward. And to your right. And up these stairs. If you don't wait for her to catch up to you a little bit, she'll end up killing you. So up here, all the way to the right at the top of the stairs, through this opening to the left. No, sorry, straight through and then to your left. And left again. Right through this doorway, and that's it for Marta. If you don't wait around like I did in that doorway opening, and wait for her to get to the bed, she will catch up to you and kill you. Good night. And that's pretty much all of the dangerous stuff out of the way. Quick and nut rub. She has to have one. Because Marta really sucks. And we've got a little bit of battery left, so... You know, there are some areas where you could possibly use some more battery than I did. I definitely conserved pretty hard throughout the whole run. I do know how to do a lot more of it without the night vision. But I tried to use some... in some areas just to help you guys out. Where I sort of feel it's necessary, you know what I mean? So, we want to head along the trees here, following that path still, and then eventually, I think you come to like a burning tree or something, or have we passed that already? I think we might have passed that. Maybe, yeah. Across this bridge.
Blake!
Is it a baby?
Yeah, she's coming soon!
Keep going, Lynn. Let's go. We'll follow this path around. Get back to that church.
Chapel! We can take shelter!
We can take shelter. There's dead people in there. Let's go. Keep following along here. Creepy scenarios of all these crosses taken off. And up the stairs.
It's cold.
Keep moving.
Keep moving, Lynn. If you listen to the recording you're making here, pretty sure Blake says that it's snowing or something. It's like, it's not snowing, mate. At least it doesn't look like it to me. I don't know, maybe it is. Okay, to the right.
Come on, Lynn! We have to get inside!
To the right again. To the left. And to the right, to the left. And Lynn's giving birth. Again, I can skip this. Although she does have a quick labour, I will say.
Ah. Oh shit! 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 Oh.
You need to lie down.
I can't do this.
You can. You can do this.
Oh God! Something's wrong.
Just keep breathing.
Feels like something's wrong. Ah! It hurts too much.
I know, baby, I know. But you can do this, okay? Just keep breathing.
Oh, fuck! Fuck! Ah! Oh God! Oh God!
Keep breathing.
It's
Just
killing
push.
me! Ah!
Lynn!
There's nothing there.
Oh, Jesus God! Lynn! 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 No! Lynn! No! Lynn! Ah, no.
So, Lynn said you haven't even kissed her yet.
What?
Like in Beauty and the Beast?
Oh, you mean drama. The play. We're saving for the, actual night.
Uh-huh.
We are.
Okay.
We, cheek kiss.
So, is she your girlfriend? Tell me, or else.
Or else what? Stop it, get off.
I got you again.
That's the child, isn't it? My God. I've taken care of my children.
Kill yourself, Nuff.
But yours... I am powerless again. The child's too strong already. You've murdered paradise. God has gone silent. Since the storm, the birth. Who will he have if he destroys us all? Who will he have left to punish? I killed my children. All of them. Every last one. There's no more perfect faith than that. And still, God is silent. Kill that child if you can. If you love anything at all, crush its skull under your heel. I know God doesn't hear dead men, but I expect he answers them.
You deserve to die, you killed children. Anyway, headed out of here then. End game, pretty much. We just need to head out to the sun explosion, and we also get the good cutscene at the end with Jessica, which is very nice. So yeah, thank you all for watching the video, I guess. I hope it has helped you out. Let me know in that comment section if it has, or if there's something you would like to add to help anyone else out. Let me know how long it took you to get through. I think this one is probably, I think it was like 2 hours 15, 2.5, something like that. I'm not sure, or maybe somewhere in between there. But yeah, cheers for also for anyone who did turn out for the streams of me doing this. It took us a while to get it sorted. But yeah, it was a very fun run in this game. I'll probably do some future runs as well, try and beat this time, maybe actually get some timed runs up on the leaderboard or something. But yeah, much love for checking out the video, everyone. Have a great day, whatever it is you are doing. And until next time, take it easy.
Hey, Blake. Try to find me. I'm over here. This way, Blake. Don't worry. I'll never let you go. You never let me go. Now the light has gone away. Savior, listen while I pray, begging thee to watch and keep, and send me quietly to sleep. Watchful Savior, wash away all I've been wrong today. Help me every day to be gentle, gentle, more like thee.